Hi, inventors and adventurers. This week, we are going to be learning about Sir Francis Drake. Okay, Sir Francis Drake was born around 1540 in Tavistock, Devon, England. He is the eldest of 12 sons. I thought I had a lot of sons. I only have 9 sons. He's the eldest of 12 sons. His father was a farmer and later became a preacher for the Navy. When he was 12, Francis was sent to work for a sea captain and raise money for the family. So it was really important back in the time of Sir Francis Drake that families took care of each other. The eldest went out, and one by one, as they were of age, would go out and they'd work and they'd send the money to their families. They would share in the expenses of living life. Okay, and so that's what he did. He was sent to work at sea to raise money for the family. The captain was so impressed with him and his work that he left his ship to Sir Francis Drake when he died. Okay, Francis's second cousin and his family were privateers. This meant that the English government allowed them to fight enemy ships. In the 1560s, Francis joined his cousin John Hawkins on 3 voyages to West Africa, capturing slaves and taking them to the New World of the Americas. During the last of these trips, they came under attack from the Spanish warships. Okay, so Spanish warships attacked them at the last of these 3 trips. Okay, all but 2 of the fleet were lost and many men died. From then on, Francis made the Spanish his lifelong enemy. They also disliked him, and they actually called him a pirate. On his return, Francis wanted revenge, and he began working as a privateer himself. As we know, revenge isn't always the best policy, right? It's, best to be loving and merciful. However, sometimes in the real world, things don't always work that way. So he started to attack Spanish towns and ships and took their treasures. This made him very rich. Queen Elizabeth I recognized his successes, and in 1577, at her command, he took a fleet of 5 ships to South America to raid the Spanish once more. Francis and his men plundered Spanish ports and captured a Spanish ship, the Cacafuego, which was laden with treasure. But many sailors died from disease, and 4 of the ships were lost at sea. Just the main ship, the Pelican, survived, later renamed the Golden Hind. Francis returned to England in September 1580, laden with Spanish spices and valuable treasures. In recognition of his achievements, Elizabeth I knighted him on board ship, so he was then named Sir Francis Drake. Francis also became the first Englishman and only the second person in the world to sail around the globe in a single expedition. In 1588, King Philip II of Spain sent a huge fleet of Spanish warships called the Spanish Armada across the seas to invade England. The threat from Spain was very grave, but Francis was now second in command of the English Navy, and he had an idea how to defeat them. In the night, a fleet of empty ships were set on fire and sailed into the Spanish fleet. The Spanish panicked and fled, giving the English a chance to strike. With the help of a huge storm, many of the Spanish ships were sunk or wrecked on the rocky coastline. Francis had helped to defend England's shores. Francis's last expedition was less fortunate, however. In 1595, he traveled with John Hawkins again to the West Indies in search of treasure. But the Spanish were prepared for them this time, and their attempts were unsuccessful. Francis later died of a disease called dysentery, which is a bacterial infection, in January of 1596 off the coast of Panama. Hawkins also fell sick and died at sea. Their bodies were buried in lead coffins and lowered into the ocean, and they have never been found. Being knighted is actually a really big deal. So he became Sir Francis Drake. The Queen acknowledged all that he had done for the country and to defend them, to help booster up their treasures and their economy, and she rewarded him by knighting him. And in honor of his knighting, they had a medal struck, which means struck, minted for him to honor him. Okay, and so this medal was a medal of honor that was given in honor of his service and his bravery. Okay, and I'm going to see, do I have a picture on here of his medal? I'm pretty sure I do. Sir Francis Drake, though, so they had a medal struck in his honor. Mrs. Watt, sorry, I see the joys of recording things, honestly. Here we go. So she had a medal made in his honor, and that's what we're going to do today. Is we're going to make a medal. We can draw. We have some sheets that you can print out with your parents, to go ahead and make your own metal. And I'm going to show you what we are going to do in class for our craft too, because you can actually do it at home if you have cardboard and tin foil. But just to show you, that's the medal that he was awarded. Okay, so medals have been given out to people for all sorts of reasons, from bravery to remember someone's amazing achievements. And this is the medal that Sir Francis was given. Here it is. Look at that. Look at that beautiful medal. All engraved. Look at that. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a medal. Okay, look at that medal. Isn't that beautiful? And that's all engraved in honor of Sir Francis Drake. So I am going to show you very briefly what we are going to do for our craft. As I get out a cardboard circle. So you take a cardboard circle, and these I was going to give out to you guys in class. But you can make them yourself, or I can give them to you the following week. So we have a cardboard circle, a piece of aluminum foil, and a pencil. Okay? And what you want to do is you want to take our circle. Hopefully you can see this. Sorry. You're going to take the circle, and you're going to put it in the foil. Okay? So that's the first step. Sorry, hopefully you're not getting seasick. And this is lots of it. And you want to do it as smoothly as possible. So take the smooth side of your aluminum foil and cover up the metal.